What's going on, guys? Arden here, back with another video. Just wanted to make a short little video kind of introing. I got a new daily driver. I got rid of my TDI Golf. If you saw the last few videos, kind of stinks. I know I was kind of getting some more views and stuff because I was finally posting of doing stuff to that Golf, but I don't have it anymore. Let me introduce to you what I got. So this is my newly acquired 2018 Chevy Cruze hatchback. It is very nice. I absolutely love it so far. Mine is an RS package, but the thing about this one is this one actually has a turbo diesel. So big fan of diesels. I know the gas mileage is just incredible. Like, I'm averaging right now in this thing, I've had it for I think almost 2 months or so. I'm averaging about 37 to 40, and that's just interstate driving and city driving, which is amazing. But let me talk about like the reason why I got rid of the Golf. So I wanted something with a little more features. So my Golf was it was okay. It was a 2012. I had around 148,000 miles, something like that. So I was getting up there in miles, and stuff was starting to go wrong. That was starting to cost a lot of money as far as oil leaks and stuff like that. So I was wanting, something with a very low miles like this one has. I'll tell you a little bit more about this specific car here in a minute. And then I also wanted something with some more features. So like my Golf had a little flip out key that you had to stick in the ignition and, start it. It was a manual. It didn't even have automatic headlights. It was cloth seats, no sunroof and stuff like that. I wanted something that was a little more luxury, if that makes sense. So I was I really wanted to get a BMW 328D wagon is what I really wanted, because all-wheel drive and the diesel and a wagon. So that's what I really wanted, but I also didn't want to spend, for a nice one, you'd have to spend anywhere from 25 to 35,000, which I did not want to do because I also have that too. So I didn't really want to spend a whole lot of money on my daily. So I went with this. I am a Chevy family, as you can tell. I have a 2014 SS, the Cruze, and if you can look at my garage, there's a bow tie, Chevy bow tie right there. Yeah, I wanted to stay. I mean, I didn't really want to stay in the Chevy family, but it just kind of made sense. But yeah, I've got a Cruze. It is a diesel. So about this specific car, obviously it's white. I wanted a white one. That was like one of my priorities. I also wanted one that was a RS package because I think they look a lot better. So with the RS package, I believe you get maybe the LED, the projector headlights with the LED little strip in it. You get a different grill, I believe, with the RS badge there. A little like front splitter. I apologize, it's kind of dark out right now. I'm kind of recording this a little late. You get a little spoiler. I think you get like this little side skirt and these wheels. So I wanted white, an RS package, and then I also wanted leather, a leather interior. So, and I wanted an automatic because I drive in traffic about every morning, and the Golf with the manual was just getting kind of old. So I was like, I need an automatic. It's getting really old, having to push in the clutch every 2 seconds in traffic. So got an automatic. So this specific car, like I said, it's a 2018. It's an RS package. It's got the leather, all that good stuff. The sunroof, as you can see on top. I bought it, I believe it had around 32,000 miles. I bought it about 2 months ago. I actually flew all the way down to Tampa to get it, because these things are very rare. Like I said, I was looking for something very specific. Really wanted a 328D wagon, but I wanted a white one. I wanted an M Sport. I wanted one with that red interior because it looks so good, which I know is going to be impossible to find, also with low miles. So I was like, it's going to be really hard to find, and I'm going to have to pay a premium for that. I would still love to have one, but you know, that'll be a little bit down the line when that's paid off. But yeah, so let's look around here. As I've already done some like very little things to it, and I'll point those out. And there will be videos in the future of doing stuff to this car. But first thing I've already done, I did black badges. I actually swapped the badges. This isn't plasti dipped or painted or wrapped or anything. I actually swapped the badges. You may be able to see a little more. I apologize, it may get kind of windy when I move here, but yeah, as you can see, I did black badges and then window tint, and that's pretty much all I've done to it so far. So the tint is 5% and XPEL's XR Plus. It's like their ceramic plus pretty much. Did 5% sides and the rear, and then the front windshield, it's kind of hard to pick up on camera, but it has a little red look to it. It is actually Ultravision's slow burn. My tinting people may have heard of that, of Ultravision, but it's kind of got a like very subtle red look to it. I like it so far. I may switch it out and do something different with a little more of a pop of color, because only on like cloudy days, which kind of like today, is when you can even tell it's there. And you can only tell it in certain angles. So I may put something on there a little different. I don't know yet. I really wanted something with a solid red look. Maybe not like solid red, but not like just pure red, but like, what am I trying to say? Like just red is the only color. I didn't want any like blues or orange or anything like that, because I want to do like a white and red theme kind of. But yeah, and then it also has XPEL's 55% on top of that tint. But that's pretty much all I've done to it so far. Actually, about 2 to 3 weeks after I got it, you know, I'm not bitter about it, but I actually had to replace glow plugs, which was very expensive. Had the dealer do it because I figured they had experience working on these since they are very rare. It's very, you know, sure not a lot of shops have seen these or even heard of these. So yeah, I actually had to do that, and which hurt my bank account. You know, it sucked that it was like so close when I bought it, but you know, it's part of owning a car. I'll give you a little comparison because I know a lot of people have never heard of these with a diesel, you know, diesel Cruze. So to compare it to like my Golf, which a lot of people know Volkswagen makes, you know, the diesel 4 cylinders, and they have for a long time. So the most recent, I would say, diesels that everybody has, you know, seen and stuff like that, you know, when they did the Dieselgate scandal and all that good stuff. I'll give you a comparison to those cars. So this car, the Cruze, has 137 horsepower versus the Golf had 140. So the Golf has 3 more horsepower, so it's very similar. And then the Golf had 236 foot-pounds of torque, and this Cruze has 240. So this has more torque and then less horsepower. So, but it's pretty much identical numbers. You're not going to tell a difference or anything like that. But this is actually a 1.6 liter versus the Golf, where the Volkswagens have a 2 liter. So just a little comparison. You know, a lot of people know the Volkswagen diesels. But let me actually pop the hood real quick. I'll show you under there. This is something I think is kind of cool. You probably can't see this, but you actually pull the hood lever twice. You don't have to fool with the latch, you know, up here or anything like that. You just literally grab it and pull it up. So as you can see, it says Ecotech. This is the diesel. I would take the cover off, but I'm sitting here holding the hood because this is a hood prop hood. I'm sorry, it's probably kind of dark. But yeah, turbo's right up front. The other reason I wanted to get something like this was I wanted something maybe a little easier to work on myself. I do like to do a lot of maintenance and stuff myself. The Golf was kind of a pain in the butt. I did let me just shut this so I don't have to sit here and hold it. I did all the deletes and stuff like that, have it straight piped and everything. And it was such a pain in the butt because the turbo sat behind the engine, so it was very, very hard to get to like the downpipe and everything that I needed to install. And then this one, obviously you saw the turbo is on the front, which is amazing. So it would be very, very simple to do deletes, which I will plan on doing. You know, right here is the turbo, right underneath that heat shield. You can kind of see it right there. But yeah, it will be really nice to do the deletes on there. It will be probably pretty simple from what I can tell, but we'll see when we get there. It will be done eventually. One of the differences between this so far that is kind of weird, but I mean it's really no big deal because it doesn't use a lot, is this actually uses DEF fluid. My Volkswagen did not use DEF fluid, which is the diesel exhaust fluid. Just kind of a little quirk about this versus a Volkswagen. But yeah, I'll bring you here on the inside. I do like the room. This thing is pretty roomy. You probably can't tell because it's really dark, but I'll just get out my phone and yeah, it's pretty roomy. It's got the black leather, but you can see it's got the black leather seats. This thing has the automatic headlights, which is something I wanted. It's got heated seats. This thing also has Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, which I absolutely love. I have actually, like, I thought when I got this, I was like, I wouldn't use that often, but I literally use it every single time I get in the car. So it's amazing. Has a heated steering wheel, which is awesome. You can see the button right there. Right now I'm like almost at 38,000 miles, I believe. I would check, but I don't have the key on me currently. But yeah, we got sunroof. You know, this thing actually has a lot of features. One thing that drove me nuts about the Golf is it had a dark interior, like as far as the seats like this, and you know, the dash and everything was a dark, like black or dark gray color, but the pillars were like tan. This actually has like a black headliner, black pillars and everything, which I think just looks a lot cleaner and newer, in my opinion. But you know, this thing has Bose, which I will probably switch out. I do plan on doing a lot to this thing. So what stinks, I'm actually not driving this right now. I'm dailing that because if you come on this side of the car, I've got the donut on it because I blew a tire. I hit a huge pothole and it just exploded. So I'm waiting on a tire for that, you know, so I can get that switched and finally start driving it again. It should be here in a couple of days and then I'll get it put on. But I actually discovered that this shock boot is actually blown out. So I will need to get that replaced, but we'll move on to things that I'm wanting to do to this. So I'm wanting to do the normal suspension, wheels, tires. Do want to upgrade some sound system stuff and do some performance stuff. I won't kind of get into detail exactly what I'm doing on everything because I am going to be making videos of all of the stuff I'm wanting to do to this thing. So like I said before, I've already done badges. I do have a video recorded for that, so be sure to subscribe if you want to see these are actually the factory Chevy badges that would come on this car from the factory. So I'm going to show you how to swap those out and everything. So be sure to subscribe for that and see more stuff with this thing. But yeah, like I said, there will be more to come with this, with the Cruze and also with the SS. The SS is kind of in a like restoration mode. It's kind of getting dark, I apologize. I'm kind of in a restoration mode. The spoiler clear coat is coming off. The wheels have curb rash on them. I bought it like that. It's got rock chips everywhere and the paint's not very good and stuff like that. So I'm kind of like restoring this thing currently, and then we'll be moving on to mods and stuff like that. But be sure to subscribe to see both of these cars and some things that I'm getting into. But I appreciate you guys watching, and I'll see you next time.